In this video, I'm going to be discussing what states are likely to be most affected by the Iran, U.S., Israel escalation war. But before I do, welcome to the quietest ones in the room with your host, Trey. I gotta say it, just the mere fact that you have clicked onto this video and you're listening to the sound of my voice, you by far are the most intelligent people on the face of the planet. So once again, thank you for joining me. So, war is here, unfortunately, between the U.S., Iran, and Israel. And as it continues to escalate, every state in America is certainly going to feel it in some shape or form. But some will definitely get hit harder than others and faster economically. So what I want to do is talk about the realities of which parts of our economy would get hit the hardest. So let's start with what's understood, what's being talked about the most, which is oil. So obviously, it's been stated that Iran controls the Strait of Hormuz, which is about 20% of the global supply of oil. And even though the U.S. produces its own oil and has been ramping up oil production under the Trump administration, we're not immune to the market panic. So the stock market right now, if you go to Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Bloomberg, etc., any financial news outlet, you're seeing how the stock market is likely to take a dive based on future oil projections. But we need to talk about specific states that are tied to the industry and how they'll be affected. States like Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and North Dakota. And if you're listening, maybe you live in one of these states. And so you might benefit on the oil production side, but regular people and businesses will feel the burn. Literally, at the pump, in shipping, and in manufacturing. So essentially, companies in states like Texas will make huge profits during this time, but regular people will have to pay the cost of the oil price increases. Logistics. Everything gets more expensive when oil is more expensive. So imagine everything you buy, from groceries to electronics, costing more because it's more expensive to move it. And so that's what we're going to see happen in states like Georgia, Illinois, California, again, Texas, and Tennessee, where freight and logistics are major industries. So when fuel spikes and ripples across through the supply chain, it's going to do things like slow down deliveries and raise prices everywhere. So some companies are going to have to make hard decisions. And if the prices go up enough, we'll see some bankruptcies for some of the companies within the supply chain system. Ports. So ports, being part of the supply chain system, would likely experience chaos. If it turns into a broader regional conflict, we can expect cargo delays, backups at ports, and import headaches. We saw this especially during the pandemic, and we've seen it, honestly, during the tariff trade wars with America and other countries. So states like California, New York, New Jersey, again, Texas, and Florida will feel it first. These states are major import hubs. So just think about it. If ships can't move freely through global choke points, what happens to the prices at Walmart or Amazon? Think about it. The things that you need would certainly be more pricey. And as I mentioned, stocks are certainly going to see some turmoil and chaos. Stock market will eventually bounce back. Stocks operate that way, where the market fluctuates because of uncertainty, but the market likes uncertainty because eventually there's upside potential. But anyway, it isn't just about gas and groceries. War rattles global markets and hits American money centers. So again, New York is obvious, Wall Street. starts panicking. But as I mentioned, the bounce back from any dips would likely occur, especially if you're looking at any stocks like Boeing and Lockheed Martin. They'll certainly go up. Maybe take a dip at first, but go up. This is not financial advice. Palantir, not financial advice. States like California would see tech funding slow down. You know, the wealthy would begin, and private investment firms would begin to hold onto their wealth due to uncertainty. States like Massachusetts may see healthcare startups and biotech funding freeze up. But more importantly, out of all the things beyond oil that we should be concerned with, is the picture for farmers who need diesel, fertilizer, and affordable exports. So suddenly, the group that the Trump administration says they want to protect would be dealing with spikes in input costs and slower trade. So states like Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, and Indiana are facing some troubles ahead as things escalate. And so that means your food prices would definitely go up. So with the breakdown, we're looking at oil production in those states like Texas and more, feeling the price swings. We're looking at transportation hubs, feeling the squeeze on shipping. We're looking at port states seeing product delays. We're looking at financial centers feeling the market panic. And we're looking at some of the hardest workers in America, farmers, getting hit with rising costs. So even if we never see a missile touch the U.S. soil, the economic shockwaves of war will hit almost every corner of this country, some sooner than others. Please share your thoughts in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe. I want to thank each and every one of you for continuing to check out my content. Much appreciated. And as I always say, ladies and gentlemen, until next time.